The plane can't touch down.
All right, the plane can't touch down, but we still have many reasons to smile here on the Now Morning Show. And one reason to smile is because that music you hear in there is the lovely lady who is with us on Zoom right now, Shirlene Hendrickson, who is the General Secretary of TUCO. Shirlene, good morning.
Well, good morning to you, Kari, Raucus, all of the hardworking members of Trinidad and Tobago Television, and to all our viewers looking on in the region, local, region, international. Wow.
Well, you just that vibe and that spirit you started with already, we start off on the right foot.
Yeah, man, yeah, man.
Now, today is actually an interesting day for the conversation we're going to have because we are speaking about treasuring our elders in a pandemic. And today is actually the World Elder Abuse Awareness Day.
Yes.
So there's so much to disseminate and to chat about this morning. So first off, Shirley, how is your dad? How is all around that?
My daddy, who's Saltfish? Hey, daddy is downstairs with mommy and they are looking on, and it's in the same familial spirit that we are gathered here, So let me first say thanks for inviting me on your program, not just inviting me, but to be and to participate and to disseminate information on this wonderful, particularly elderly assigned day. It's very, very important.
That's right. And in the pandemic, it has shown a number of inequalities. It has shown a number of issues as pertains to individuals, but also to the elderly, because oftentimes we find that, not oftentimes, but in some cases we find that the elderly are left behind. The elderly is, the elderly they're isolated, even before the pandemic and all. You being someone that you still care for your parents and you are with them there living and everything like that. What can we learn from your experience?
What I have learned is that the C word, the big C word, communications, somewhere along the line, we have faltered in communicating the old school methodology. We didn't take time to blend that with the new wave technology. You see, we got all caught up in the hype of techno and everything for the last 15 to 20 years. And this is something that, we are trying some of the sectors to bring back that somehow. You see the old school morals and values. You see the one-eye treatment. You understand me? Yeah, we will get into that a little later on. Somehow, and then, the more nuclear the family structure has become. We grew up in the extended family. Mother, father, sisters, brothers, aunties, uncles, grandma, where we grew up in what we know as villages raising children.
That's right.
If you think you were going to be rude when you were coming home and past the neighbor street, you're getting cut as there. Then when you get home, you understand me? And this is it. So we grew up knowing, and you know what is amazing, Kari? Lots of our parents and grandparents and aunties didn't have no college degree.
Right.
They went to the University of the Street.
Right.
And they passed with flying colors. You understand me? Financial managers. Listen to me. This is one outstanding program this morning, and I want to commend you all because it's given me an opportunity. And I'm not just speaking for me, I'm speaking for a host of people who are wondering why is it that we have made the dollar so pronounced and powerful that we are forgetting the underlying structure, that the family unit. Without a family unit, we have no society to begin with. These are the foundational pillars. So if we can start there and understand the reasoning why we have that kind of family structure to hold the thing together, that's what we talk about. When I was growing up, I couldn't understand when they were talking about the church and the state and the church. Now I understand because both facets are integral units, for the family structure. What you ain't learn home, you learn in a church. When you see a policeman on your road, you know to stand up, say good morning, sir, and whatnot. No, you tell me better.
Yeah, people pass each other like full buses.
Yeah. And I am blessed because as a member too of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, Episcopal lay president, and I'm about to leave, hopefully if all goes well, on the 4th of July to represent Trinidad and Tobago at the 51st General Conference. I have been blessed with presiding elders, pastors, ministers, officers, and they share that same familial structure.
Right.
So it's a kind of a methodology that when you look at that and then what we have in the home structure, I can tell you my dad, as old as we are, dad's still the boss. Once you're here in Trinidad here, every time I'm leaving for Tuco every morning, this is it how it goes, Carrie and Rockers. Hold your head up, say good morning to people on the streets. Don't walk with your head down. I may be poor, but we are rich in the sight of the Lord. This is what we know. Not because you win 4 crowns, National Calypso Queen, you feel you're all that. Say good morning to people.
Right.
And this is what, we need to pass on to the young ones. Some young people just look at you, I'm talking about literature, and if you only give them the eye, they ask you something wrong with your eye. What's wrong with your eye?
Correct. Why do you think we are so far removed from the morals of the elders?
The communication. We have lost from the extended family. We have gotten so caught up in the nuclear family. So you know what is happening right now, Corey? You have a child coming home from school or so, and I'm talking about those where, this sort of parental delinquency is being exercised. And you talking to me on your cell phone, but you in another room upstairs. LOL. You understand? We have
Right.
lost the 6 o'clock in the evening, dinner time, come together, where we sit, no cell phone, no nothing, no laptop, and we're just talking one-on-one. What did Miss or Sir teach you in school today? That's what we know, and then grandma would come in, and when you see grandma come in the room, or grandpa, you know very well it's the ziplock. Or you only sit with elderly people or big people, when you are called, you don't come around like everything is okay, that's what we are missing. Some people refer to that in the new wave environment as the child abuse and the this and that. But you know what? I thank God. I am blessed, Lady Wanda, my sister, all of us, that we were brought up in that scenario. So even if I come into TTT, you won't sit down until the guard say, well, you can sit there now on that chair. You don't just sit down. Wow. You understand me?
Right.
This is what we know. Or you wait for Miss Lubell to call you and tell you you're going to log on at so and so time. That's the kind of upbringing and the discipline. We talk about our watchwords: discipline, tolerance, and production. We might have production. We might have a little tolerance. I wonder in which part discipline went. You understand? So
Very good question.
the onus is on us, Corey and Rockers. The onus is on us to try at every stage and opportunity that we get to bring that back, to bring that right back into the fray.
And from where you sit as General Secretary of TUCO, what do you believe you can do with your position and with the organization to help push that message forward?
Just be a little more firm. I am focused. I was Assistant General Secretary before. As the first female General Secretary under this TUCO dispensation, I am proud to have Resistance as our president and learn from what the others. I am like this. I don't look back to talk about the bad things. I look back to find the goodness in what the others, the footprints that they would have laid in the sand, and why they would have done it the way. And if I see another opportunity to enhance it, to uplift the thing, this is what, and continue to do what we are doing, not fall into the fray like, maybe she's showing off or she's trying to, no, get rid of those negative isms and continue to do. And then too, I'm also blessed to be doing the Masters of Arts in Carnival Studies. So I have my professor, Dr. Hollis Liverpool, the mighty chalk dust, and he's old school, really mixed up with new wave technology. And also Rudolph Utley, Dr. Rudolph Utley, Annette Fitzpatrick, Dr. There is another doctor, as the names come to me, I will recall, and we are blessed, Keela Francis, Dr. Keela Francis, and they are putting together this program. We are now learning things that we should have been taught at primary school. So what I would have learned there, as well as from the church and home, a mixture of all of that. And when I listen to you guys on television and when you speak so eloquently, and your programs, there are things that we can take back to the Calypsonians in the community, because this is a whole citizenry. The Calypsonians are the mouthpieces of the nation, and where we are zoned north, south, east, Tobago, south central, we are the ones to get out there, to proclaim the messages. You not to have no degree and no nothing to do this. In our calypsos, we are doing that. In our rapsos, in our soca chutneys, you can get some element of what was schooled to us. So it's our responsibility to pass that on. And you know what? Today, I'm taking today as the exemplary day for World Elder Against Elder Abuse. That as currently what is happening in the pandemic, that we need to just take more care, look out for our elderly people, put back the use of the bathrooms in the banks, in the other facilities. Man, don't wait, bring them out of the line, come take them out. Some people do it, but some find that, I see big people finding that the elderly should not even have to sit down. And when it's their turn now, they're looking at them, and the old school, they're making kuyu mouth. Why are we doing these things? Right, Corey?
And it needs to change. It needs to change. Shirlene,
it has to change.
That's all we do have time for this morning. But if there's one thing, because you are somebody that does it every day in your life, you treasure the elders. If it's one message you want to leave with young people today, what would it be?
If you know your mommy and daddy still alive, hug them up every day and tell them you love them like hog love mud. And your grandma and your grandpa. And Father's Day is Sunday coming. All your stop giving fathers socks and underwear. All your hug up all your daddy. You understand? There are single fathers out there who need that attention. They are doing even better jobs than some of our moms and single moms. It's a coming together. Love them up now. Big them up. Show them, look, you all are an integral unit. We grew up with father. We grew up with dad. We know daddy all rounder. We know Uncle Mew, Dada, Explainer, Chalky, I could go down the lifeline. So I can tell you that we respect these people. Respect, discipline, give them an ear. Go look for them, no man. We have shut-ins. Go look for them. Pick up yourself, no man. And I want to see all you smiling. Hold it, right, Rokas and Carrie? Yeah. All
well, you already put a smile on my face.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Well, Shirlene, I want to thank you for your time this morning, and have a wonderful morning, and continue to stay safe. And love to the elders.
And thank you so much. And love to you guys too.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, we're going to take a short break, and we still have morning program. Imagine that. We're going to be right back with much more right here on the No Morning Show.